Hello everybody, and welcome to another gameplay video. Today we're going to be playing the deck that Dana and I talked about on our podcast, the Are You Feeling It Now, Mr. Krabs deck. This is a deck that I am pretty excited about because I think the idea of ramping into the really powerful Amethyst cards could be really strong, whether it's Ursula or Elsa, right? Those are two of the better high end threats in the game. And I'm really excited to try that. Of course, ramping into Hades is good. Let It Go as a removal spell is pretty good. Then we have, and I feel like some of the things that some of these decks miss sometimes, and probably a good reason why you don't see a lot of Sapphire Amethyst is that it doesn't have like the best early game as far as pressuring the board, and a lot of your best cards are just not inkable. So one of the ways we can get around that is, we're just playing Madam Mim, which is a really strong card, but we're also playing Crab Merlin. And Crab Merlin goes along extremely well with Grammatala and Cusco Wanted Llama, just in the sense that when you play these cards, they often just replace themselves, right? Grammatala goes into the inkwell. Cusco lets you draw that card back, but they don't have a profound impact on the board. But when you're playing Crab Merlin and four of them, you can pretty consistently use those to challenge your opponent's characters, get them off the board, and that way you've created some card advantage as well. Besides that, we have just pretty standard Amethyst cards, Madam M's, Friends on the Other Side. We have a couple Jetsams to help deal with some of the evasive threats on the format Ursula, which is a really good card. It can help turn your Cusco's or your Olaf's or Mickey Mouse's that you haven't had a chance to Crab Merlin effectively into more cards. And then we have some of the bigger finishers as far as Ursula, Elsa, and Hades. So I'm pretty excited to test this deck. Let's get into it. We haven't played a game with it yet. I am really excited to try this. Yeah, this is just not the most common color combination. It's okay. We're playing against another pretty uncommon color combination as well. But that's okay. Alright, so I think what we can do is just get rid of Hades and Let It Go. Hopefully, don't need those. And maybe Maleficent. I kind of want to keep Madam Mim. Our deck has kind of a lot of uninkables, so just having some consistent ink here. I want to keep the Merlin because Merlin plus Mickey or Merlin plus any of our good two drops, not that aren't Madam Mim, is a really good combination. This looks like just ink Madam Mim the first couple turns though. I'm excited. We actually do get to see if like playing Mickey Mouse and using the crab to help trade that up is actually an effective strategy right off the bat. I wish we had a two drop that was good at curving into it. The other two drop that I thought about was Hey Hey, just because it recurs back to your hand when it gets banished in a challenge. So, like, that provides that card advantage as well. But I generally think this one is just a little more powerful of a card. Okay, so yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna ink this and pass. This thing isn't applying really any pressure. Yeah, it's gonna trade with any character we allow it to, but I mean, I don't really care about that because it's not doing anything else besides that. Okay. Interesting Lilo Galactic Hero. And we have Gaston. Okay, well, that would have been better last turn. I think now I will ink it, and yeah, we'll just get the train going with Mickey. So Gaston is actually a pretty annoying one for us to deal with because it's never going to exert for like our characters to trade into it unless it's already trading into one of our characters like Mickey Mouse or something. So we got to be a little bit careful of that. All right, so next turn we will have 5 ink. I got to figure out what I want to do with it. Of course, it depends a little bit on what we draw. It could just be another Mickey and Quest, and then maybe play a Merlin. Okay, so that is one that will actually be pretty good at to crab down. I think we can just get rid of that, and I kind of just want to play this, draw my card, pass. I don't super care if like either of my opponent's characters trade with this, right? Just because like that's all they can do. There's not really too much. I mean, I already got my card with it, so I already got my card back. All right, so I feel like depending on what they do, they could go ahead on ink or board, or sorry, not ink. They could go ahead on board, but again, the crabs are going to be really good at helping us fix that, right? Because now crab, yeah, this one's just the better character, right? So I want it to live. So crab, trade. That is not what I wanted to do. That is actually not what I wanted to do at all, but that's okay, actually. We can just return this crab to the hand, which will give this Mickey the bonus, and boom. There we go. All right. And I guess we can just ink the crab. It's kind of the same thing. They're both 3/3s, so I guess it really doesn't matter. It's just kind of funny. All right, so one of their characters is going to trade into the Merlin, which is it's going to be the Felicia. It's totally fine. We get our card back, and I feel pretty good about our position. And since we inked the crab, it's possible that they think that we don't have another one. Yep. Give us the card draw. Yep. All right, one jump ahead, which isn't the strongest, but will kind of get us the ink that we need to get to. So I'm not super concerned about that. Yeah, because we can do this, like, yeah, we'll trade. I don't care that much. One of the other really powerful things here is that, like, sometimes Ursula just, like, it has a big butt, it has eight willpower, but it doesn't necessarily trade super well, right? Because it only has 2 strength. But you're allowing it to trade up into some bigger characters with the crabs as well. Like, I know they have a board presence, a couple cards in hand, but at the same time, I feel like the game has to go just very wrong for us to lose here. I mean, playing Go the Distance when a lot of your characters don't have a lot of willpower is interesting. Okay. So I am just gonna slam Elsa and try to clear the board because I think that's the best way to just win this game. Make sure that they don't have any resources. And I don't think I need to ink anything here. I'll play this one. Yeah, I don't know if I need the crab now. Um, yep, and then we just get to do amethyst things, draw a bunch of cards. Well, this doesn't matter. Make some trades, and yeah, it seems like they'll be a little too far behind. We could smash, fire the cannons. Okay, that's totally fine. Again, something I kind of want to do now is just this play. They use that resource there, so just return it. Make sure it stay right. Yeah, we're good. So now we have 6, 7, 8. We only have 18 on board, but we do have Goat Merlin in our hand. They could Dragon Fire. It's kind of all just moot, I guess. Oh, draw 2 cards. I don't like just going through the motions, but I just don't see a way to lose. Of course, if anyone could find a way to lose, it's probably me. I can figure that out. All right, yeah. All right, we got it. We got it. So, want to know? Pretty good start. Let's get right back into it. All right, Steel Emerald. Huh. Just want to keep the ramp characters and throw away the rest. Draw the goat. Do I want... I think I will just ink the first Tala and pass. I'll probably end up inking the goat next turn. That's okay. They might be some kind of like discard deck or whatever, but that's okay. I might need the goat to help kind of finish the game off at some point, so I'll ink the Snake Mim. All right, what you got? What you got? No Bucky. Okay, could be worse. Yeah, we're gonna ink the goat now, I guess, and just play that. And yeah, does 4 ink going up to 5 ink, does that change much? Let's see, I could. Yeah, I'll make him challenge me. Like, I'm still at a point where drawing the goat, or sorry, not the goat, but the crab, will actually be pretty good in trading things on board. So it's kind of where I want to be. Okay, and it'll still be good. It will still be good indeed. All right, so I am going to sing a song. Oh, if one of those were inkable, if this wasn't inkable, this would be a lot better. It'd be so good. Okay. Um. Yeah, we will make this happen. Like, I already have a bunch of expensive things in my hand. That's fine. Yep. Yep. Yeah, next turn we can kind of get to the point where we start slamming down just really powerful, expensive characters. Did they miss an ink last turn? Because they go up to 4. Oh, no, we had Mickey. So, yeah, we got 2. We're 2 ahead. That's right. So what's interesting is that because they see the... Well, maybe not. So because they see the Merlin... Although I'm much more happy for them to spend the turn, like, whittling away my resources than... Oh, maybe not. Ooh. That might have been one of the worst draws. Like, I'm not going to quest. Maybe I should have. I don't know. I didn't want to quest because I still think drawing the goat at some point could be good. All right, so they're going wide. Jeez. Okay. What do we got here? We are. This one is just better at challenging. Gets the biggest thing off the board, but like this can help me draw an inkable for next turn, and it kind of. Yeah, I will. Maybe I should have just quested last turn as well. I do think that just having double Elsas here is going to go a long way. Like they could. Well, they can't really attack into Ursula. Okay, so what? They have one of the 2 damage spells. That's okay. Okay, and now they can make this trade as well, which means they're not really putting a lot of pressure on the board. Okay, they still are. Yeah, so we are going to make this trade. I think we have to. And then, yeah, Big Elsa's going to come down, lock these 2 up, and that's going to buy us a lot of time. Elsa into Elsa. Which is nice. We already discarded an Elsa. It's kind of nice to draw all the expensive things. Yeah, having that one turn where we just played the 1 jump ahead really put us behind. Like, if that was an inkable, we'd be in a lot better position. The one thing I am actually really scared of is a Cusco. So weird to make that attack. What do you have? Okay. Interesting. Not something you see super often, actually. Could get rid of it. Like, I think I will. Yep, so we could do this, lock down these 2. Yep, they're up to 16. What do they got? What do they got? Stampede. Oh, man, just having the 2 damage there and another 2-cost quester. That is annoying. Oh, man. So 2, 4, 6. Gosh, they just kind of just had it all right there. Oh, I feel pretty unfortunate to lose this game. Like, they drew. I mean, we did draw a bunch of Elsas, so maybe not, but. So, bam, bam. That is 20, so. Man, that's. Oh, that's just a little unfortunate. Darn. And the annoying thing is that, like, yeah, that one turn where we just played 1 jump ahead, drew an uninkable instead, that's gonna be the turn that cost us. So, yep. They'll win that, but, like, there weren't that many draws in the deck that really set us behind there. That was just one of them. The beast into the beast to clear into the shock and another 2-cost quester the next turn. Very interesting. Okay, so Amethyst Emerald on the draw. I want to keep everything but these 3. 1 jump ahead's fine. Okay. So I actually do want to play this on turn 1 because, oh, depending on what they do, I want to see if I can pressure their board. Yeah, that makes me want to get rid of it even more. Or, play the Olaf even more. Alright, well, you played your one cost. And that one turn that last game. Yep, we can definitely ink this and just play Senior Olaf. And we're playing Olaf over the Flounder S cards because, over the goons of these colors, because having more toughness is just better when you have an attack boost like this. You're more consistently able to get those characters off the board. If they quest, that's totally fine, I think. Huh. Well, I have 3 of these, so what I think... I mean, obviously, this one's really good, but I think just playing the Mem to challenge this, using this for ink later, is going to be good. If they don't quest, then... Well, I at least get to sing 1 jump ahead. If they do quest, I could sing 1 jump ahead and just smash with Mim as well. The other Madamin. Turn this one to my hand. It's kind of weird for them to just quest for 2 lore on that turn. Alright. So that's okay. Pascal could be annoying, but we get to get rid of the genie. This is a game I do feel pretty confident about. Yeah, we don't need the Grammatala. Yep, just play this one, bounce, crush, smush. I feel like we're ahead of ink, head on board, head on cards even. Well, we were ahead on cards. That is one that could help him catch back up, but... Excuse me. That is one that could help them catch back up, but I think it's going to be a little too slow. This almost feels like a deck from the first chapter. I mean, that's okay. Yeah, I guess I will just make this trade. I don't... That's probably wrong. Honestly, I mean, it's probably wrong in the grand scheme of things to just make that trade. There's no reason to. I don't think. Like, I can just save that resource, have a little bit better of a board, and just say that. All right, so it's not a Chapter 1 deck because they have Dr. Facilier in their deck. Okay. Yep, just friends on the other side. Well, now that we're here, I kind of just want to do that. Yep, shift, get rid of you, and draw some cards and pass. A little glitchy here, Pixelborn, but that's okay. Alright, what do we have next turn? Probably ink this Tala, and then play the 2 uninkable cards in my hand, just from the looks of it. Merlin into Mickey. Feels like they're way too far behind. I mean, there's no real catch-up mechanism in these 2 colors for when you're at this point. Like, of course, they could play Elsa at some point, but they're just not close enough to ink on that, so. And the ink hypnotize. Alright, so Pinocchio. I guess I'll sing that, like, why not? Bam and bam. We're just at the point now where we have a lot of ink to where we can kind of do whatever we want. Like, I get it. The Maleficent, Pascal's, Pinocchio's. I get that stuff. I don't really think Magic Mirror fits in that deck, though. Granted, I mean, this could just be a deck that the opponent has available in person. They're just playing it on Pixelborn. Excuse me. They are drawing. Well, they have drawn 3 friends on the other side. That's pretty good. They drew the 4th. They drew the 4th. And another Facilier's cards. Okay, so this is the kind of card that can get us in trouble, I think. Yeah, I think our plan is just to build out a board big enough to win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And not quite winning next turn, but Dr. Facilier's cards is kind of one of the few cards that when they're drawing a bunch of extra cards with Magic Mirror or whatever, like is the kind of card that with cost reduction on some spells could help them catch back up. I don't know if it matters. I drew the Ursula or the Elsa. Yep, we'll make that trade, and then I wonder if I should do that. Nah, 17, 18 quest. Nah, it's fine. I will just I'll return a rabbit. Give me that card draw. Perfect. Reason why I returned the rabbit as opposed to the goat. I kind of just think it's more likely that drawing me more cards, like if something happened to the board, drawing me more cards is probably the best way to get out of it, rather than because it'll help me draw into more goats. And the goat wasn't lethal anyway. But it didn't really matter. Okay. They're just playing a Dr. Facilier deck. Maybe. Dr. Facilier's cards. Dr. Facilier. Pascal. I like it. Alright. Mainly just Dr. Facilier and Dr. Facilier's cards. Alright. So this is probably some kind of lemon lime aggro deck, and we are on the draw, which is not necessarily where you want to be, but it could be okay. I am going to get rid of this, these two, and I'll keep that one. Maybe rebuying the Merlin is good. We'll see. Yep. Alright. So that's actually a good sign in that they didn't have a queen or a stitch on turn 1. Simba. Alright, so let's see if my prophecy of this kind of a curve ends up being pretty good, because I'm a little confident in that it will be. You don't really expect the crabs, and the crab is going to murder this thing. Yeah, it is. Yep, the crab is going to murder that Simba, and that is just, oh, that's an exchange that feels so good. So yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. That is really powerful. Because it's just not something that they really expect. You don't expect this color combination. You don't expect a bunch of crabs for your opponent for the most part. You might see like one, right? One or two. But we are going to play all four. That's fine. I think I am going to have to ink this crab, though, which is kind of sad. This isn't the best turn, but I definitely want to be able to play Elsa or Hades next turn if I need to. Okay, so this is good. I think it's possible we can race that. Oh, and we drew a counter to it as well. So I do think it's possible we can race this one. The reason why I didn't want to Hades that one is because I'd rather just Hades Mufasa. But if the opponent decides to like just play another threat this turn, I might have to because I could see them playing. Huh? Is that just another tough? Are they gonna bounce the Ursula? They chose not to bounce anything, which cannot be right. I don't think. That cannot be right. At least bounce the crab. Like the crab, I can't trade in anything on the board anyway. So I mean, yeah, we are just gonna quest. Now I have a couple options. I can get rid of this, which I think I'm going to do no matter what, and I could Elsa these two, and then they play Big Stitch. Draw some cards. That might be fine because yeah, I actually think we can potentially beat that. Ray is a little scary. Yeah, okay, that's Stitch. That Stitch is definitely fine as well. 6, 7, 8. We have 8 on board, up to 15. Like if I just do. Like, I don't really know. I'm gonna regret getting rid of this Jetsam. Maybe I just keep it all, just in case. Yep. I mean, yeah, I think this first one should have returned the Elsa. That would have been a pretty big tempo swing. Bibbity bobbity boo. Totally okay. Return, come back, right. It's fine. That was kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie, I did not see that coming. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if it matters. We'll just do this. Uh, and I'll just get rid of this crab. And next turn I can like goat, mim, goat. Yeah. I have to say, like, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo with Surfer Stitch seems like it could be a pretty interesting combination as well, though. Just a way to draw a bunch of cards. Definitely good with genies. Huh. All right. So I felt like a pretty good win. They didn't do anything. What was it like turn 3 or turn 4? They were just kind of slow. They didn't really have that great of a draw, but mean, that's part of it, I guess. All right, so we can get rid of this. We have one of the combos I like. Kind of confident that Merlin plus a 2-drop that replaces itself is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, that's a popular deck. It just wasn't that deck's best draw, so I wonder if... Let's get rid of one of these. Maybe I do just play this. That way, like, I can challenge this, and then... It's probably going to be the discard deck. Do they have Bucky? I hope. Okay, just Cindy. Just Cindy. That's okay. Or are we discarding? Another Cindy. All right. Yeah, I am okay with this. Like, they're not going to be questing, really, I don't think. So, yeah, if this is the discard deck and they just slam What's His Noodle, Prince John, I'm probably in trouble because I don't have a whole lot of ways to deal with Prince John. Okay, that's totally fine. Right? Quest, that's okay. I don't know if... This is pretty good, right? Get that off the board. I get the ink. Make sure that they can't shift into it at a different point. Tink into Grab Your Swords is really good. I hope that's just not like, oh, the last 2 cards they have. Okay, it's just, that's fine. I don't mind that. What is this? A bibbity bobbity boo. Oh no, no, come back, come back. All right. So then they just play Jafar, and that's okay. Huh. Like, I could obviously make this trade. I think. Just making these trades has been so good. Okay. All right, so I can ink the Cusco, but then I guess they get to draw a card here. Yep, let's just do that. Yeah, so I don't know. I think like Jafar, it's gonna train to the Olaf, that's fine. And they could play Sad Beast and then like they get 1 card kind of slowly on their turn, but like if I were to Yzma that, they would get those 2 cards first. Like they would get that burst very quickly. And again, that might be okay. It's just hard to know a little bit. It's a little tough, You know, let's just make this trade. This one can make that trade. We can make... I don't really want this trade to be made, so... If I just play... the Cusco... And yeah, I just do this. Play the Minnie, or the Mickey. It's possible I should have kept the Yzma, but they already inked one. They haven't really drawn a bunch of cards. They already inked one. This is the exact kind of card that can run away with the game, though. Okay, there's a Bucky. and a John. Okay, we're probably in trouble. Oops. I have to do this though because what is gonna. Yeah, I pretty much have to do this. Like, yes, this trade's going to happen, but it doesn't matter. I can't just do nothing while my opponent has some of these cards out. Oh, another beast. Okay. Boom, and then boom. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's trading away pretty much the whole board. When I don't know if I need to do that. And I want to make sure I can use this card draw myself. Yeah, I'm going to play it like... Make sure they can only get one card out of me, and I am just going to be questing. Like, I kind of have to hope to race them here. Thing is, I do have a lot of ink just in case I were to draw friends on the other side or something. But I think right now the hope is mostly to just race them to 20. It's going to be a little hard. Okay, so... Huh. What are they doing? Seems like a weird play to make, but like just how they did that, I can't be right. This Bucky could go in this Grammatala. Huh, that seems weird that they made that play. I don't really... Maybe they just wanted to put Bounce the Beast and put Lucifer into play that way? That's probably it. Thank you, opponent, for letting me do this. It's like, yes, Crab was going to be a really good draw there, but it could have just not done that and it would have been okay. Tink's okay. Mm-hmm. All right, so now that I can like clear these, oh yeah, that's so good. Clear you. I can. I know you have another Prince John in your hand, and the Prince John really isn't doing a whole lot. I don't think. Maybe I'll just clear that and just quest here. Either one they trade's gonna trade into this. I kind of just wanted to get one of them off the board. And now we're kind of just in a position where we have quite a few Haymate. Alright, so that card is terrifying. That is the scary card. Yep, you're going to make this trade. That's totally okay. You have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doesn't matter. I have 3, 4, 5. You don't have any good trades. You go to 9, then you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 17. Okay, I think if I just attack here, go up to 15. I have 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't really do anything on board, and that probably avoids a lot of the shenanigans that could happen. So yeah, just make this trade. Quest for 3 up to 15. and play Tala because why not? They would have to have Tink, but then they're trading pretty much their whole board into Hades at that point. Yep, they go to 15. Yep, and we got it. We got there. That was pretty tough. I mean, that's a pretty good deck. I think it's. I mean, they didn't have like the nut draw or anything with Bucky into Prince John, but they didn't have a draw where they didn't do nothing. They eventually got their discard stuff down. Maybe it was a little late, but like, and I know probably drawing the Hades that turn was good, but with Hades, Elsa, Let It Goes. I mean, Hades and Elsa were obviously the two best ones. I think that like we had a pretty good shot of drawing something good. So that was awesome. Oh, I think I have time for one more game. We're 3-1. Let's get the form one here. Okay. The true test. The true test. Just gonna get rid of those. Yep, obviously cards I want to get at some point, but I just need some inkables. Yeah, it's okay. Ganesh. What are we doing here? Ganesh. Maui, it's always Maui into the Inkwell. Yep, yep. And a Maleficent, so we're aggro? Okay. I mean, I can dig that. Didn't really see that coming. Oof. Okay. Um. Huh, huh, huh. Which one's better? I suppose just the one that can definitely stick on the board potentially is better. So it's better for the Madam Mim as well. So, I mean, they had a pretty aggressive draw, like super aggressive draw. I like it. I like it. I like their style. This is like one of those decks that if you really don't expect that kind of curve, then you could just kind of be in trouble. 'Cause it's so aggressive. They already have 7 more. They already have 7. Yeah. Like, I know I'm doing this. I just have to figure out what my next one's going to be. And I think it's just going to be this. Um, just set up to help try to clear the board the next turn. This is going to be tough. Yep, return, play. Yep. Return and play. This is going to be a tough one. I do like Amethyst because you have, like... hate that. Okay. I mean, they just don't have a lot on board, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, we're going to sing. So tough here. So tough. I kind of want to play that. Yeah, I'll quest. Gotta start getting the lore up there somehow. Oh, I think I need a ramp spell next turn, so I can start playing Elsa's the following turn. Am I just dead though? 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 16. I might be. Okay, that's totally okay actually. No. uh, Yeah, that's so they have in their hand. They have it all in their hand. I feel like. Oh, that is a decent one to bridge because they're not going to put a lot of pressure on me here. Right? Yeah, they're not. Okay. So boom, boom, and then I can. Huh. All right. So yep, I think this is gonna happen. Yep. Make that trade. Make this trade. They only have two on board, so it's nothing crazy. We did draw a let it go, which could be good. I just want to put stuff on board. Yeah, I kind of just want to have board presence here. Yeah. Pinocchio with Arthur is probably going to be good enough. Maybe. Trade. Oh man, this is tough. Man, they just had such a good start. I think. Did they have double Maleficent? They had double Pinocchio, which was rough. Yeah, I mean, like any character they play would be good enough. So, ooh, that was just the wrong one. Oops. It probably didn't matter, but because they would just have to draw a goat or something, basically anything. Whew, yeah, that was a tough game. You know what? Let's play one more. I mean, that just shows how powerful the amethyst cards are. The I think the one ruby card we saw was Maui, and that went straight into the inkwell. All right, so back again. I don't think this is the same person, so it's probably not the might not be the super aggressive version. Let's get rid of those two. Get rid of that. We almost had a chance to stabilize, and we were on the draw, so without a one drop, it can be kind of tough. I don't love this, but we do have some three cost plays, so let's just get Grammatala out. Come on, quest for one. Quest for one. You know you want to. Alright, so they didn't quest for one, which honestly totally fine. Alright, so let's ink that, then we get to just ink this. Do I want... Like, I want to use that to trade if I can. Reason why is because, like, I could sing friends on the other side here, then use this to trade. I think that would be a little bit better. Are we questing? We're not going to quest here. It doesn't really make sense, I don't think. Yeah, alright. So we get to sing. Oh no, it's a little bit different. We get to sing. Yeah, ink, and yep, we'll pass. My opponent has done a pretty good job of not playing into the crab, but I think the crab will be good at some point anyway. I hope. Just the goat. The goat. I hate this. Like, you're giving up the Arthur just for 3 lore? That doesn't really seem right to me. Alright. That's totally fine. I get to slam down Ursula. Ursula's so good. Oh, yeah. Alright. So, slam down Ursula. Draw. I kind of want you. I'll get you off the board. I think I will want that. I don't know if I want the. I already have a decent amount of card draw. I'll just think that. I kind of want to keep the creatures as tools. The characters. Friends on the other side down. Maui. Sure. Like, okay. Totally okay. Yep, return. And we'll do it again. Here we are. All right, so we're kind of doing the same thing that our opponent wants to do. I think we're doing it a little bit bigger and better right now. Unless they have Dragonfire, that'd be kind of annoying, but like, we still have so much more ink. We have the same amount of cards. Our board is currently bigger and better. Yeah, the goat's good. It is going to pressure reasonably fine. Just get this off the board if I need to. And yeah, just play this. There we go. We have a ton of ink, ton of cards in their hand. If they want to do something like Be Prepared, then we kind of just get to fill out the board again, use a bunch of our ink. They could play their own Elsa? Oh, yeah, like... I mean, the goat's good, but it's not really a card that scares me, right? So quest. Just gonna quest. I will trade into this. It's fine. I don't think we need to do that right now. Like, they only go up to 3, and then we still... Just not at all, like, worried about, what they can do. I'll just play another Tala. It's fine. Again, be prepared. I get a card back. I get 2 more ink. Okay. So, yeah, they don't have to be prepared. They are really getting aggressive here. Yeah, Hades is going to be so good here. Yeah, that's fine. I kind of prefer that. I'm not mad about that at all. Okay, so there's probably a lot we can do. I think the first thing I want to do is this. Could have been just those two, but it's fine. Yep. Yep. And yep, my opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 17. I wonder if I can just like... Huh. Probably don't need the cards, but like if I can keep the pressure on... Yeah, so my opponent can go up to 15, right? And then I can obviously trade with this, and then Hades that. Like, Tremaine's fine. Gives me another ink to mess around with. Okay, that's totally fine. More ink. More ink is good. Quest. Want? Yeah, I will. Say, do I want my opponent to have that kind of card draw? But I think it's okay. Take away one, draw a card. Draw some cards there as well. Okay. So, yep, now we just... I mean, we just have so much more ink than them. We have more cards than them. We have a bigger board than them. Yeah, they can go up to 16 lore. That's totally fine. They can play... They could have played Be Prepared. That's totally fine. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We also have 7 more boards, so they have to make some trades. Oh, another... Well, I mean, they could have quested and then got rid of, like, made this trade, but... Yeah. But Ursula's kind of just going to be the nail in the coffin here. Or, sorry, Elsa. Elsa. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So plus 7. Let's do it. Boom, 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 and boom. All right. So actually had some pretty good success with this deck. It was really sweet. We saw... I definitely think we saw the power of the Crab Merlin making the 2-drops a little more relevant, right? The 2-drop replaced your creatures just a little bit better. We saw ramping into Ursula, Ellison, of course Hades, that's normal, but ramping into Ursula and Elsa being really good as well. That last game we played an Amethyst Mirror, and we have like twice as much ink as them, and just as many cards as them. Like, it played really well. I'm pretty happy by it. But thank you guys. Appreciate you for watching the video. Oh, go ahead and give us a like, subscribe, and hope to see you for next time.